Baby mamas.
All right.
No,
This has been the couple of things. Nah, we good.
No, it's real quick.
We're at hour and 42 anyway.
Okay, just real quick. Blac Chyna. Where is it? Sometimes. Okay, so Blac Chyna made some tweets saying how yesterday she had to give up 3 of her cars. My reasons, morals, beliefs, being a single mother, no support. I'm a mama. Single, no support, child support. Tyga responds and says that he pays $40K a year for his son's school and he lives with me Monday through Saturday. Why would I pay child support? I don't know what the other tweet is. I mean, the other post. But then Rob, oh, here it is. Rob also commented back and said, I pay $37,000 a year for my daughter's school. I handle every single medical expense. I pay for all of her extracurricular activities. I have my daughter from Tuesday to Saturday. Why would I pay child support? So basically, they ganged up on her. And they both said the same thing. So, and then Tyga made a joke saying, how you pay $3K less, let me know the plug. You know, they're joking around. Mm-hmm. And I just thought it was like, this is like a good time to remind people to stop having babies with rich men thinking that this is going to be a meal ticket, a bag. I think Blac Chyna is in her downfall era. She's been in her downfall era. She's not relevant anymore. She, you know, her like relevancy was really when she was like, you know, the stripper girl that you saw with like the big button music videos back in like 2012, you know, 13 days, maybe like a little earlier, 2009. She doesn't, like, this is the thing we always talk about, especially with like people who think that, you know, OnlyFans, beating baby mama, all stuff is sustainable. It's not. You need to have a plan. You see, we're watching Power. And you saw what it said. No, but I'm saying you saw how they said to Tasha. Like, you saw what the mom said though. No, but that's some real like facts. What she was saying. The mom was like saying like, what money you got? This is all ghost money. You don't got nothing. That's the truth. As a woman, like people always want, you know, a lot of women want to depend on men for money, and they think they could just be a baby mama by a famous guy or a rich guy, and they're set for life. It's like, first of all, you only set for 18 years. Second of all, like there needs to be a plan. Always. You should always have money. Like, you should always be a hustler. There needs to be a plan. You getting 3 cars taken away is your fault. Why would you buy 3 cars when you have some money and not even properly invested? Like, probably didn't invest your money. You know, like, people are so quick to buy the cars, buy the material things, and then they go broke and then they wonder why. It's like, did you even invest? Like, you're so hyped over this money that you got in the moment, and like, just that instant gratification that no one ever thinks long term. That's why I brought up the OnlyFans girls, because it's like, what's the plan beyond OnlyFans? I hope you're investing. I hope you have some type of other plan, because this is not, you're not gonna be able to do this for life. Your body's gonna get old. No one's gonna want to look at that no more. Like, what's the plan? So that's how I feel about Blac Chyna. Like, I'm happy she got embarrassed by them. I'm happy they called her out.
The interesting thing about that culture is so crazy to me, because they have so much confidence, and by they I mean people that don't have like stable income and like not legitimate, but in a legitimate job. Because for me, I would love nothing more than to only make music all day, quit my job, make music all day, and try to make money and be paid that way. But like, that's so, it's like, it's not sustainable enough. Like, legitimately, I told you, I said $1 million, if somebody gave you $1 million right now, that would not be enough to sustain you.
And people think it's a lot. It's not
really
anymore.
Not. Like, that's making $100,000 over the course of 10 years. Like,
that's literally what people make. Yeah, like certain salaries.
If I was to get to the average life of a man in America, that's another 50 years, right?
That's millions.
That's another. I need $100,000 to get me for the next 50 years. That's a lot of money. And
people think that they think they get $1 million. I'm a millionaire. I'm set for life. Not really.
Like, you need $5 million to get you 50 years of making $100,000. That's not even like, I mean, that's a lot to some people, but it's not like a crazy amount. It's not like you're gonna be balling out here buying Lambos. That's how much. That's a lot of money.
Like, if I had $1 million today, right? 138 of it, 1,000 would be going to my student loans. So now I'm left with what? That's 8. That's 8. Ooh, let's see my math.
Come on, give it to him.
That's 862. Right? 862,000, 872,000, something like that. Now I would want a house, right? So houses in Jersey for Sunday nights like this in a house form, we're gonna be paying over 5 for like 3 bedrooms. So, it'll be half because we would split it. So 250. So now I'm down to like 500 something, right? 600, 500,000. That's 5 years of a salary. $500,000. And it's like, okay, so now what's next? When you get that money, you might want to, I don't know, what would you do 500K? I would just let it rock.
You have to let it rock because if you're in a, because
That's the main, sorry to interrupt, that's the main 2 things, a house and my loans. Once that's done, I'm good.
the baby mama side hustle, I'm not mad at anybody making their money as long as it's not specifically hurting anyone else. Mm-hmm. You can argue the baby mama, occupation is hurting other people. I'm just going to say that it's not. So
it is though.
It is, but
it's hurting the men. But that's it.
And the kids. That's their own decision, so I don't care.
Yeah, it's their decision. They got them pregnant. Yeah.
I mean, like scamming is hurting people.
Scamming is hurting people. Yeah.
So
I mean, the kids get hurt though sometimes in the baby mama culture.
Yeah, but that's both of them their fault.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, I see what you mean, but
yeah.
For me, like I never understood that like racket of. And this is specific to men too. Like I never understood that racket of like people that don't have anything stable can make quick sums of money really quickly, mm-hmm. but don't have anything stable. And it's just like, where are you getting the money from? Like where in your mind did you think that this was going to be able to last you? Because I think
a lifetime.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I think that us, the general population, we're so desensitized to money because people throwing money in videos and you see TikTok and these people living in this apartment and they got this furniture and they're eating this food. Like we're so desensitized to money. Like making money is quote unquote easy, but it's not like, it's still money. Like you still have to like make the money.
Yeah.
And you have to.
And that's the thing too, like with retirement, like I always talk about retirement right here, and we did say in our bio that we would talk about finances and stuff. That's why it's like retirement is such a crazy concept. Like, when you retire, you're not working anymore. There's no checks coming. Do you ever envision yourself living that life where you don't have to work anymore? People always want to do that, but aren't preparing for it. And like you said, where is the thought process of this money is not going to just be forever flowing like this?
And the thing is that other people have to understand, especially with the IG culture and people with followers, like the only way to make money in life is either you're endorsing somebody else's product or you're selling your own product. Like mm-hmm. That's literally the only 2 ways to make money. Like, and by endorsing, you could be working for a company like what we do. Yeah. We're endorsing the company because we're performing a service and telling everybody else, whatever. The
credential is sustaining because I'm making the financial reports for people to invest in the company.
So I would consider us to be endorsers of wherever we work.
Yeah.
And
agreed.
Then there's people that sell products and that's how they make money. If you're not doing any one of those 2 things, then you're not making money. Like you're not making money from just having 400,000 followers on Instagram. Yeah. You have to sell something. Like, and people have to buy
selling
it.
Those clothes is not forever. Like they'll be the Fashion Nova models. Once you get like older, they're gonna drop you. Like these brands, like especially when you're young, there's money in being young, and that's the thing. These brands are gonna eventually they're gonna move on from you. The same thing with OnlyFans. Eventually, you're gonna move on from you. You're not young. You're not vibrant anymore. Men are creeps. They like watching younger girls in videos like that. The market for you is only heavy when you're young. Like. And that's the thing, I feel like people don't think about their late 30s and their 40s. Like, they don't think that far.
I also think people don't think about how hard it is to make
money.
$100,000.
Yeah.
Like, I say it's easy to make money because there's a bunch of different ways to make money, but not necessarily that the act of making it is easy. Because like I could go get a job at 100 million different places. Like I'm looking at all these different places around here.
Yeah.
I could go get a job at TJ Maxx right down the street if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So that's easy.
Yeah.
But
it's not easy to make a lot.
It's not easy to make $100,000 if you're not working in like a corporate job.
Yeah, like what we do.
It is not easy to do anything and make that amount of money. So that's why when like the Sydney or Christine story popped with AB, I'm not surprised that she was trying to get 5K out of him because he's making tens of millions in the NFL. I'm not surprised by that because
they try to get money any little way they can because they know they can't make that money so consistently
because they're not selling a product and they're not endorsing
a
product.
And those same people try to shit on us. You want to work a 9 to 5? Yeah, I do. Yep. My pension's about to be vested in 2 months. I got like 30K in my retirement already. Like, I'm good. I got benefits. I got paid time off. I'm making consistent checks.
What the hell are you gonna do with 30K?
No, in my retirement.
Yeah.
Nothing right now, but that's 30K at 25. It's building. It's building. I'm gonna have like $1 million in there by the time I retire. But I'm good. I hate when people try to shit on 9 to 5s and then they be broke. Like, you can't, how you gonna shit on 9 to 5 but to somebody who's making like close to 6 figures? Like, I hate when they try to do that, right? People are making 200K in 9 to 5s. Like,
300K, 400K, 500K.
Like, and you think you're like, and you trying to flex about being an entrepreneur. Is that sustainable? Do you have your IRA set up? Do you have money for your future kids? Do you set up a college fund for your kids? Do you have life insurance?
I don't harp on any of that. Maybe I don't even harp on life insurance too, because if you have money, then none of that stuff matters.
None of it matters. But life insurance is a hack, though. It is a hack. People be having millions, and that's by the time they're like,
yeah, but it's a hack for
your family. That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
not
die.
for you. Yeah.
Yeah, so even that, but that is a really quick way to build generational wealth, is to build
life insurance.
Build up your life insurance. Quick tip.
Yeah.
Build up your life insurance while you're young, because the rates are cheaper, because young people don't typically take out life insurance. So the life insurance companies will give you better rates when you're young versus where you're older.
I start shopping for
When you're older and you try to pull out a life insurance policy, they're going to give you higher rates because they expect you to die soon, and they don't want to actually pay out the insurance claims. So
they try to
charge you more.
Yep.
That's how the insurance
money tip.
Insurance companies don't want to pay you the
People
money.
talk about generational wealth, and all they talk about is Forex. The scammers were trying to get, the I Am Academy scammers were thinking Forex is the only way to create generational wealth. No, it's not.
If I took out $1 million policy right now, and assuming I live to like I'm 80 or 90 or something.
Yeah, kids are going to be using it.
It's different.
Nah, we're going to have to raise our kids, be like, go start flexing with our money when we gone.
Well, you also shouldn't tell your kids that if I die, you're gonna
because then they're gonna kill me.
$100 million.
That happens too. You know how many stories where kids kill their parents?
People are so stupid where they think
evil.
You're gonna be the first person that they look at.
Yeah,
like
it's so.
This person just took out a new life insurance
we're
policy.
Not telling our kids nothing. We're gonna pretend we broke when we have our kids.
No, I don't even believe in that. But it's just none of their business. There's no. I never understood people that do that. Like, it's not your kid's business. Your kid's business to know how you are doing financially.
If my parents had life insurance, I would never know, because we don't talk about that. I would never know they have a life insurance policy.
Yeah, but it's like that whole culture. Like to take it back, like they got 300,000 followers. They're doing all the travel trips, but that's just because they're getting flown out by a rat. And this is no disrespect, but what the truth is, they're just getting flown out by other people.
And
so
the
that's
truth is that culture, like people who really who live in it,
they probably hate it
and expose. A lot of them expose them. They say that culture is not what it seems. They're like, don't be fooled, because so many people are fooled by it. They're like, don't be fooled. These people are struggling. They're sleeping on their friends' couches, and they waiting for the next rapper to reach out for money. And meanwhile, everybody's like, oh my God, I want to be like this girl. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're probably in a better position financially than she is. She just gets big lumps of money here and there randomly. And that's it. And then she uses all that until it's nothing to make it look like she has a lifestyle. Yeah. That's not who you should aspire to be.
Because think about it. You have to be endorsing a product. Yeah. Fashion Nova ads ain't going to get it done, because it's not like they paying $10,000.
Everybody got a Fashion Nova ad. I guess I see people with like 9,000 followers.
I'm like, wait.
Everybody got a Fashion Nova ad.
It's your Fashion Nova partner?
Right.
That ain't be getting the bills paid. And you're not selling a product. Nobody's buying your makeup line. Nobody buying your skincare. Nobody buying your swimwear, because everybody does that. So they're really not making any money. And that's how they're getting it off. It's, pretending.
Yeah. And the only difference between them and us is they just get money in big lump sums.
But we get money consistently. I know exactly how much my check is going to be.
Remember, we on vacation. We know the check's going to hit because we got PTO. We're getting paid for being on vacations, chilling.
The funny thing too is, knock on glass, I can know exactly how much money, basically down to the dollar, that I'm going to have.
Me too.
Because if I never quit, and I can assume what my raises would be until I retire, it's gonna get you more money, drastically more.
Because just getting lump sums.
Because
randomly,
we look at these people with this status or whatever, and it's just not consistent enough. Like, especially art, like, or sports.
It's not consistent at all. Sports, you could get hurt tomorrow,
and your contract is void.
It. Where's your emergency money? Where's your investments when that stuff happens? They go broke.
You know what I realized? I think that people Not even I think. I realize that people think that when an athlete signs a $50 million deal, that they get the 50 million up front.
No, there's contingencies, right?
There's contingencies, but also I don't think people know that the athletes get paid out in like a bi-weekly nature, just like anybody else does.
The money is like divvied up like along even amount of time, right?
Yeah, like you still have to
if you allocate it. That's the word I was thinking.
If you sit out for a game, you're not getting paid for that game, so you're
not feeling the contractual obligation to play.
So automatically, you had that $50 million contract. Now it's minus X amount because you missed a game or whatever it is.
And not to take away, those sports people be making bank.
They
sure make bank, but it's just the fact that
it's people's perception of like
that this lifestyle is so guaranteed, and that people see that money when they get offers from like their label and their eyes light up. They feel like they set for life. No, you're not. You have to keep working and get yourself to that stoppage point where you're set. You're not set to life until you're at Nicki level, until you're at Kanye level. And look at Kanye, he's still going, still innovating, still making money. That's why even though they hated Kim for saying it about people being lazy, but you see she's a billionaire. Like she's still building her brand. She could have been stopped. People just don't understand. You have to, when you're in that lifestyle, you have to keep building. If you want money to keep coming.
You can never stop in entertainment.
We are good. We clock in our Monday to Friday, and we go home, and we know that we're going to do that every single week until we're in our 60s. The celebrities, they have to keep working the same way we do.
Which I hate, by the way. I hate
it too.
I don't recommend office life.
It's not horrible, but it's tough.
I recommend chasing whatever your dream is.
Yeah.
But if your dream is to be, trying to take
baby mama.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but if that's your dream,
that be girls' dreams. Like they talk about, you watch Adam 22's podcast sometimes, and they'll be honest, but the thoughts I be on his show, they're honest about it. They're like, "Oh, if a rapper hit me up right now, yeah, I'm sliding. I'm gonna get a baby out of him." Ugh, bums. Cause it's just like I said, it's no longevity in it. They could flex all they want to talk about. I'm rich, I make money. You're rich now. There's no longevity. And if you don't have a plan for it, like I could respect a girl who gonna do that, but got a plan for it. Like, all right, I'm gonna use this money to start my career, to launch this product, launch that. But the ones that just get the money and think it's just gonna keep coming without no work, like Kim said.
Also, I don't think people understand how much money this stuff is that they buy, which is so crazy to me because I don't pocket watch, but I do see instances. It's like, okay, that person just bought a $500,000 car. Like if you were to take, because the way I look at things, if you were to take the way you got that money out of the equation, how would you make that $500,000?
Yeah, that quick back. Yeah.
Right? Like I say, I make whatever I make in my current career. If I cut that off, how else could I make that same amount doing something else? And usually nobody would have the answer to be able to do that. Like if because I remember somebody was shitting on somebody about that. They were like, oh yeah, it was Floyd. It was Floyd Mayweather was shitting on Jake or Logan, I don't know, whatever the older one was. Yeah. He was like, if YouTube shut down right now, you're done.
You're done.
Like, and that's kind of like the way I try to think of things. It's like, okay, if this didn't work out, how would you be able to make that much money? And usually I don't have a way of actually coming up with that. I don't have a way right now, and I'll admit it, to come up with the money that I'm getting paid.
Me neither. And that's why, like, I do kind of somewhat agree when people are like, well, life is short, we could die tomorrow. To some point, I do agree with that. But life could also be long. Like, you shouldn't have that mindset that you're going to die. Like, why would you even want to feel that way? Why would you not want to live a long life, And why would you not want to live a long, prosperous life and be financially comfortable and don't have to work and be fine because your money's stacked up and investing and compound interest and all that? Like, why not be comfortable, I hate that whole, like, life is short. Yeah, it is. And I agree, you should enjoy your money, but there has to be a balance. There has to be a balance. Like, you can't use, like, the people try to throw that mindset at you while they just spend mad money on designer. Like, what does that designer do for you? Did it make you happy? Okay, I'm sure it did, but you had to buy all that until your bank account's under, like, $1,000 and you still live at home. Happiness, honestly, for me, is living on our own. I can see my family. I love them. And I know some people, happiness is living with their family forever. And, like, that's what their priorities are. And I get that. But it's like you saying all that, life is short. But you could be living in your own place and having a real experience instead of buying bags to try to show off to your other friends on Instagram. Like, I don't know. People are just interesting. And to each his own. It's not bothering me. At the end of the day, that's why, we always say, at the end of the day, we don't care. It's not bothering us. We good. Our accounts are good. I only care about my friends and family. I don't care about anybody else, honestly. So as long as we good, as long as our money's good, as long as we're happy, that's all I care about. But it is so crazy to me. Like I think about that too. I'm like, the more money I make, I'm really such a hoarder. Like I see girls that will like consistently get their nails done, and I know they make so much less than me, and here I am being cheap about getting my nails done. And like I have 5 figures and like 4 counts, like, and I'm sitting here like I don't want to spend money. It's just crazy. I'm like a money hoarder. But it's just like my priorities are so different now. Like for me, like, you know, some people that self-care, but it's like, is it really smart to spend $80 on your nails and you make it takes you like a week to make $80? Is it really smart that you spent a week of work on your nails? Okay.
Who's working for a week for $80?
What's minimum wage?
Thank you guys for watching. This has been the A Couple of Things podcast.
Okay, a day.
About a couple of things.
It shouldn't take you a day to make money for your nails.
I'm Alex, and this has been.
It shouldn't even take you half a day. It should take you like an hour.
And we will see you guys next week.
So I'm tired. Sometimes I just be tired. No, I just want people to be smart with their money. You know me, I'm very passionate.
No, you don't. You don't care.
I don't care.
You don't care. You just want to brag about yourself. Admit it. No. I don't need to
brag about myself because when everybody's struggling in retirement, they're gonna see how we live.
No, just say it. Just say yes. Say that I'm right.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.